Hey there, welcome to AI Comedy Time with Richard. What we do here is we pick a random topic. We get it from Twitter, we get it from Google News, we'll get it from somewhere. We write comedy live and we perform it live using AI tools to write the comedy to see if this can actually be funny. There is no laugh track, there are no pause points. I don't know where the laughs are supposed to be. I'm going to be reading it as close to real time as I can. So you know what? Let's get started. And we're gonna go to the Twitter trending things. What's trending on Twitter right now? And let's see what we can find. What is the number one trending thing on Twitter right now is WrestleMania. Now, I'm not a WrestleMania fan, but what we're gonna do is we are going to take the title, the topic, WrestleMania, and we're gonna put it into GPT-4 from ChatGPT, and the prompt is literally going to be to write me a 10-minute 10-minute PG-13 comedy special about WrestleMania. So let's jump over. We got an iPad that's going to be situated right below the camera so I can look at you. Let me tell it. I'm going to show this live in real time, so blame the AI, WRESTLEMANIA. So we're hopefully going to get a 10-minute PG-13 comedy special about WrestleMania. It's going to be generated in real time, and I'm going to read it along as quickly as I can. Let's enter doesn't work here. All right, here we go. Title: The Mania in WrestleMania. The comedian enters, waving to the audience as they cheer. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out tonight. Are you ready to laugh? Great, because tonight we are going to be talking about the craziest, most entertaining, and muscle-bound event of the year, WrestleMania. Now, those of you who don't know, WrestleMania is the Super Bowl of professional wrestling. It's like the Olympics, but with more spandex and fake tanning. I mean, seriously, these guys literally make the cast of the Jersey Shore look pale. I've always wondered, how do they pick the wrestlers' names? It's like they throw darts at a board with random words on it. The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then there's The Undertaker. That's not even a wrestler name. It's just a really morbid day job. But have you noticed that wrestlers' outfits? You see guys wearing leather jackets, tights, and masks, all in one outfit. It's like they got dressed in the dark while raiding a spirit Halloween. And what about the commentators? They're always so hyped. It's like they're on a 5-day caffeine binge with their voices permanently stuck on max. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, he just hit him with a chair, a piece of furniture designed for sitting. This is insane. The comedian, but we can't forget the fans. WrestleMania fans are some of the most dedicated people you'll ever meet. They camp out for days just to see their favorite wrestler get thrown to a table. And the signs they bring: I'm skipping my cousin's wedding for this. Priorities, people. Let's talk about the rivalries. The drama between the wrestlers is like a soap opera on steroids. Literally, you have betrayals, backstabbing, and fake deaths. It's like Game of Thrones, but with more body slams. And the stunts. You've got wrestlers jumping off ladders, crashing through tables, even using sledgehammers. They're like human wrecking balls, but with more body hair. You know, I've always wondered how they can practice these moves. Can you imagine their training sessions? Okay, Steve, I'm going to throw you off this 10-foot ladder and onto a pile of thumbtacks. Ready? Break. But let's give credit where credit's due. These wrestlers are incredibly athletic. They can lift a 300-pound man over their head, run him around the ring, and still have enough energy to trash talk their opponent. I can barely lift my groceries without needing a nap. And the acting. These wrestlers, they really deserve Oscars. They'll sell these moves like they're in real pain. We all know they're tougher than that. They could stub their toe on a Lego and not even flinch. So let's raise a toast to WrestleMania, the most entertaining, bizarre, and we do have to type in continue here. And hit enter. Muscle-packed spectacle on the planet. Cheers to the wrestlers who defy gravity, the commentators who keep us on the edge of our seats, and the fans who make it all worthwhile. And you know what's great about WrestleMania? It brings people together. You could be sitting next to someone from a completely different background, but when your favorite wrestler's in the ring, you're high-fiving like long-lost buddies. So next time you're at a family gathering and your uncle starts going on about politics, just put on WrestleMania. Suddenly, everyone's united in their love for spandex-clad warriors. But really, WrestleMania teaches us all some valuable life lessons, like never give up, even when you're getting hit with a folding chair, or when it throws you into, or when life throws you into a steel cage, climb your way out. Most importantly, always be prepared to defend your belt, or, you know, your spot in the grocery store checkout lane. All jokes aside, WrestleMania has given some unforgettable moments over the years, from iconic showdowns to heartwarming victories. It's a true testament to the power of entertainment. So, we continue to watch and enjoy WrestleMania. Let's remember, there are real winners here. Us, the fans. We get to be part of the wild, thrilling, and hilarious world where anything can happen. And it usually does. Thank you, WrestleMania, for the memories, the laughs, and the endless supply of material for my comedy routines. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening and keep on laughing. Now, you notice it wrote that kind of like a script. I like it, but I wanted a little more adult in nature. Remember, I'm reading this along with you for the first time. I do like that we have some laugh breaks. So what I'm going to say... Please be a little more adult in your humor. Title: The Mania After Dark. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out tonight. Are you ready for some R-rated WrestleMania laughs? Great, because tonight we're diving into the wild, risque, and sweat-drenched world of professional wrestling. Let's start with the costumes. Have you noticed that wrestling outfits seem to be getting skimpier and skimpier? I mean, we're one wardrobe malfunction away from turning this into an entirely different type of pay-per-view event. Seriously, some of these outfits are so tight that they leave nothing to the imagination. We know more about these wrestlers' private lives than we ever wanted to. And don't even get me started on the body oil. These guys are so slick that they could slip through a keyhole. Now, we all know that wrestling is scripted, but sometimes the drama gets so intense it's like watching a soft-core adult film. You've got wrestlers aggressively pinning each other down, sweat flying everywhere, and faces contorted in passion. Or is it pain? Honestly, it's hard to tell. And what about those entrances? Some of them are so theatrical, it's like watching an erotic cabaret show. We've got pyrotechnics, dancers, and enough strobe lights to give a rave a run for its money. But let's talk about love triangles. The wrestling world is full of steamy, scandalous affairs that make 50 Shades of Grey look like children's books. There's more cheating going on backstage than in a Vegas casino. And the props, chairs, ladders, and tables, like they raided a hardware store and thought, what can we use to spice these things up in the bedroom? I mean the ring. I gotta hand it to these wrestlers, though. They know how to work a crowd. With one sultry stare, they can have thousands of fans screaming their names. And let's not forget the classic crotch chop gesture that I tried once at a party and all I got was a drink thrown in my face. So here's to the titillating world of WrestleMania, where drama, sensuality, and athleticism collide in an explosion of spandex and baby oil. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride, folks, and I hope you had as much fun as I did. Remember to laugh often and always keep a sense of humor. Good night. Okay, so we looked at WrestleMania as a whole, and I like that. But we're going to get a little more... Now, I know he's not involved in this anymore, but, you know, one of the biggest WrestleManiacs out there was Hulk Hogan. And we're just going to go right for it. We're not going to go for a PG-13. 10-minute... adult comedy special about Hulk Hogan. So now we're going more specific. We're giving ChatGPT a chance to kind of, and we're using ChatGPT 4 here about Hulk Hogan. All right. Hulkamania After Dark. Creative names. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out tonight. Are you ready for some unfiltered adults-only laugh about the one and only Hulk Hogan? Great, because tonight we're diving into the wild, risque, and bandana-filled world of the legendary Hulkster. Let's start with the signature look. The blonde Fu Manchu mask, mustache, and the bandana. I mean, how many times do you think he's been mistaken for a biker or a retired porn star? It's like he can't decide if he's a superhero or an extra from Boogie Nights. And that tan, Hulk Hogan's tan is so intense, it's like he's been marinating in a vat of barbecue sauce. I'm pretty sure he's single-handedly keeping the tanning industry afloat. But let's talk about his catchphrase. What you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania runs wild on you? I don't know, Hulk. Maybe I'll just run away while you're busy ripping your shirt off. Speaking of which, how many shirts has this guy destroyed over the years? It's like he's the mortal enemy of fabric. And about his love life, you know, they say that once you've dated a wrestler, you never go back. I guess that means once you've been with Hulk Hogan, you've reached peak body slam in the bedroom. I've always wondered what it's like to date Hulk Hogan. Is he always in character? Does he call his partner brother in intimate moments? That's got to be a mood killer. Hulk Hogan's had his fair share of controversy, too. There was that sex tape scandal that made rounds a few years back, and guessing the title was Hulkamania Uncensored was already taken. Now that Hulk's been in some movies, like Mr. Nanny, where he played a tough guy turned babysitter, it's a heartwarming story about a man who can body slam a 300-pound wrestler, but can't handle a 5-year-old with a juice box. I guess we all have our weaknesses. And who could forget his reality show? Hogan Knows Best. It's like the Osbournes, but with more spandex, less bat-biting, and less bat-biting. Nothing says family values like a dad who wears neon yellow tights to the dinner table. So here's the Hulk Hogan, the larger-than-life icon who's given us countless laughs, shocks, and cringeworthy moments. We love you, Hulkster, even if we can't quite figure out your fashion choices. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on this wild journey through the life of Hulk Hogan. Remember to laugh often and always keep your sense of humor. Good night. So, what have we done? Well, we've just looked at 3 very, very different comedy specials that were all written in real time. You saw them written to the side of me there. Interesting. You know, we went with the baseline, then we went with an adult on WrestleMania, and we just picked a random topic. Now, remember, these AI bots, the ChatGPT and all this, don't have the latest up-to-date information, so, you know, that's why we can't pick some newer stuff. But the idea is you can pick any random topic in here, you do a little bit of work on here, and the question is, who actually wrote the comedy? And I guess that's what we're trying to talk about on AI Comedy Time is who wrote the comedy. So I ask you that question. Leave some comments below. You got any comments? Got any suggestions? Got any random things I should type in and do some comedy of? I'll get better over time. This is only the 2nd or 3rd video we've done, but this is AI Comedy Time. And Richard's saying, I guess AI can be funny. Bye.